Part 5 of The Buzz Bubble with Mike Sheldon, CEO of Deutsch LA. Now back to our host, Kevin Kelly, on The Buzz Bubble.
So, welcome to Deutsch. This is a tour, the Buzz Bubble tour. We love getting inside the agencies, learning about it. So, Chad Saul is here to help us out. I'm the Director of Business Development here. Also run some publicity and agency branding things for the LA office. And we're glad to have you out here. We'll take you on a tour and show you around the agency, meet a couple of people, see a little bit about how we treat prospects and clients, and hopefully you get what you need. Terrific. Glad to have you.
Looking forward to it. Here we go.
So, this building actually was the Architectural Design Center for Southern California. So when we took this building over in 2000, it was the Architectural Design Center for Southern California. So it was literally a mad scientist lab of architectural students just literally putting things up on the wall and going through their projects, semester after semester, and some of the stuff stayed and some of it left. What's interesting is you'll see when we take the tour, we did a lot of our own architectural influence on this place. And then we can walk now if you want. But,
very creative space.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Like mad
So we kept a lot of the guts, and then did some of our own architectural stuff to it.
Hey, I'm Mike Sheldon. Mike, how are you? Pleasure to meet you. Yeah.
I recognize
Chad's giving your visit.
Cameras are rolling.
I look almost like that.
Just like
that guy. We're going to be interviewing Mike shortly.
We're rolling. The CEO just walked in.
Yeah, so we're on our best behavior now.
All right. Well, no, I was on my best behavior. Clients left, so now we just be normal. Kidding.
Yeah. So we'll see you shortly.
Yeah.
Chad's going to give us show us where all the bodies are buried, and give us the history and make some up, I suppose.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, all right.
Great.
All right.
Thank
See
you.
you shortly in a little bit.
So I was saying that when we overtook the place, it was Southern California Institute for Architectural Design. We actually, you'll see when we get to the other side of the building, did quite a bit of our own influence on the building in terms of opening up lighting and giving people more office space. And we actually created additional conference rooms that we call idea pods that you'll see, where people can just come and have creative brainstorms at any time. It's a very open, creative atmosphere, very fluid, different departments sharing with people at all times. So whether you were in media planning or buying or digital or general creative or account, you're sitting together and always concepting and ideating together. So
that's one of the things that would impress me with when Val and Vonda gave me the tour in New York. They said the walls we literally broke down.
Yeah.
There are no walls in offices. People just congregate.
Yeah.
Ideas and come from anywhere. We want them all to be near each other.
Yeah. The clients love that too because the best ideas come that way. So just a little bit on us. We do have 9 clients here. Volkswagen, HTC, Sony PlayStation, Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, Diamond Foods, which is better known for kettle chips, Emerald Nuts, and Pop Secret popcorn, Fresh and Easy Neighborhood Markets, and California Cheese. So pretty diverse and interesting roster. From the big Volkswagen, which is a massive biller and probably responsible for 110 people of the 400 here, down to California Cheese, which is run on a lean team, but allows us to do really cool creative. Only 5 people work on that account, so we take them big or small. Anytime that we have prospects or any prospect or a new client who might be out shopping for a new agency, we try to do a tour similar to what we're doing right now, where we just really have them immersed in the entire culture of the building. So this is a great example of one thing that we did for our Diamond Foods client. We were really trying to get into the mindset of how people snack, so we said, why not throw up a snacking timeline, which literally started at 8 a.m. and went until 11 p.m., and people would come down. We had all the products here in the hallway, and people would come down and pick a bag of chips and tell us what their feeling was at that time. And sometimes you think this is kind of like a novelty and a little bit of pitch theater for a client who's coming in, but it was amazing. They stayed here for like 15 minutes, and the client was like really digging into like, oh my God, this guy talked about creating salty and a sweet snack post lunch, and that ties into the research that we've already done, and it was just a great way to disarm the clients and just get them on a conversational basis. Before we were only 15 feet in the building, running into the conference room, having a meeting, and we're already having really meaningful personal dialogue with these guys, and it sets us apart. This is primarily account management, media planning. There's roughly 100 people down here, just working on all different accounts. And like I said, we kind of go a blended model, so people sit in groups. This is really cool. This is when Volkswagen, when we won the account about a year and a half ago, they had 2 of these buses in their headquarters in Washington, D.C. They gave us one as a gift for winning the account, and we went ahead and got it professionally repainted to the
I was wondering if it's Deutsch Orange or just...
Yeah. So
It didn't just happen to work out that way.
But,
so this is one of the originals.
yeah, definitely. Again, account management, media planning, some digital people sit down here as well. Traditional conference rooms over here. But as we come around this corner, I'll show you one thing that's pretty cool that we're doing right now. We're redoing our website. So we're redoing DeutschInc.com. So one of the things that we think is sets us apart from a lot of the other agencies is the content that our people actually come up with, not just on the accounts that they work on and the creative output that we do, but we have a really diverse group of people with a lot of interesting things that they do outside of the office. And there's a lot of people here that are not just interesting, but they're interested. So we have children's book writers, we have video producers, we have professional Rochambeau. That's a real thing. We have a professional guy who won a world championship with Rochambeau. So we thought, why not tap into everybody when we're doing our website? Because if it's all about the people, let's not just let the creative department figure it out, let's let everybody figure it out. So these boards have been up here for the last for the last week. And it literally was, we're redoing our website, the brief is we're doing our website, it's all about the people. Go for it, just throw up what's on the wall there. We've got time-lapse photography, so we're going to have that as an asset on our website that shows how was this website made, and it was user-generated from the people here. And next week we bring it all down and go through it and pick out the winners and move on to make our new website. So awesome. Pretty cool. A week from now we have, Deutsch LA is part of the LO global network. And we're hosting a CEO conference here. So there are 65 CEOs from the LO network around the world coming here next Monday. We'll be hosting them and putting on a meeting that basically talks about how we go about business development, how we go about treating clients, how we go about hiring and everything. Just really explaining the agency culture that we have here and seeing if there's anything that we can take away from that and implement in other LO offices throughout the world. So pretty exciting thing. And as always, when you've got a big guest coming, you can do some sort of remodeling. So only about once a month we'll have gatherings here that have either inspirational or motivational speakers or people who are interested in the industry, or sometimes we'll just share work that was recently completed by the agency. We'll introduce new employees. We will have bands sometimes. We've had acoustic groups here. We had Carolina Liars here last year when they were top 40 song and they were here playing in our Commons at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've recently redone all of the exterior furniture and landscaping, and now we're moving inside here, so it's a work in progress. But like I said, next week, it's funny, it's Wednesday and it's Tuesday, and by next Monday morning, this will be completely revamped. Good luck. I'm journal happy. Yeah, we've got, this is kind of, one of the things we're doing is we have a bunch of really cool artifacts from shoots and other production we've done throughout the years. So what you're pointing at right now is the Kiss. That was from a Dr. Pepper spot with Dr. Love, Gene Simmons. Behind you here, there's a Dr. Pepper vending machine that's actually from the from the movie. This is a vending machine from Iron Man. This is an old one. This is from a DirecTV spot with Sigourney Weaver in Alien. And so what we're doing in the next week is collecting a lot of these artifacts and literally building kind of a little museum in here of all the things that we used for our clients and spots throughout the years.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice outdoor space.
Yeah, outdoor space is fantastic. It always gets a ton of use. In fact, a lot of people will have their meetings out here instead of just as a lunch area or a cool gathering area for cocktails. It's official meetings will happen in the California zone. So that just reminded me when Matt walked by. People were a softball team, basketball team. We're trying to do a ton of that stuff. We just had a 3-on-3 basketball tournament out back. We had 9 different teams. There was a lottery, there was a draft. Then we had gambling on the side with the benefits going to Habitat for Humanity. Nice. So we have a group here, Habitat for Humanity, that every year goes to. They usually end up in Biloxi, go down there for a week, rebuild houses. So we'll do stuff all throughout the year, just generating money for them. But it was just, it was a Thursday afternoon. We had about 150 people out there, like a real tournament with brackets and gambling. It was fantastic. And
it's streaming too.
Yeah, and we used new technology, so it was actually streaming to people who couldn't go downstairs and watch. We're sitting in their office, so Sheldon's actually sitting there watching me play. I was supposed to be in a meeting with him, and he's like, "Where is he?" And he's like looking on his screen and playing basketball. Yeah, just broke his ankle. This was from Unbelievably Satisfying, Diet Dr. Pepper. So the premise behind that spot was the Diet Dr. Pepper guy who's here. Went to a support group that was filled with, I Exist support group with Sasquatch and the Alien and Seamus and Tooth Fairy and so just explain that casual atmosphere for a lot of brainstorms, maybe focus groups are conducted in here as well, where we'll just have casual conversations if we want to get out of like a clinical environment of a focus group and have a more casual where people can just sit and hang and talk more freely. We'll use these pods, but we also use them when we are talking to prospects, much like I talked about the case study rooms. We use these to show them insights on their business. So you see there's 3 of these pods, and they're usually one that is showing them what the competition is, one of them that shows what advertising looks like in their category, and then one that shows what they look like out in the world. So it might be a retail. With anything that we pitch, one of the first things we do is do a retail audit or complete audit of the industry. So if we're pitching Best Buy, we will go to Best Buy and Circuit City, not anymore, because not a business, but all of the competitors, and literally go in there and just take pictures and interview salespeople and just completely immerse yourself in the business. Because when the client comes in and you're able to talk on a level sometimes greater than what they even know about their business, it just it gives you so much more credibility as a partner. So.
Very cool space.
We use the 3 pods to divide them into brands. So we did a popcorn category, a chip category, and a nut category. Led to one of the strategic insights and one of the and the creative idea that actually won the pitch.
Okay. Well, great. Thanks so much, Chad. It was a real pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks
I
for
feel
coming.
like I know the place. I hope you guys feel that way too, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. And keep watching. Thanks very much.
See ya.
That's it for part 5 with Chad Saul and our tour of Deutsch LA. Tune in next week for our interview with Chuck Porter of Crispin Porter Bogusky in Miami.
No, I don't know. I mean, there's funny things happen constantly.
Struggling for the number 1 at this point.
Well, I mean, I remember a couple of clients a long time ago. We were talking to Diet Right Cola. Remember Diet Right Cola? We were talking to Diet Right Cola. So they came for a meeting, and of course, the entire conference table was filled with Coke and Diet Coke. That was really dumb. That was really dumb.
Next week on the Buzz Bubble.